Hello and welcome to the third episode of StriveCast, the new podcast of Strive Scholarships. Today we have a special guest, Ricky Cardozo. Ricky and I played together for 2 years at the Wingate University, and he's now playing at Converse University in the NCAA Division II. We'll be talking about tips for navigating the recruitment process and how to best position yourself for success. We're going to talk about how to improve your chances in the US college soccer recruitment process. We will give you valuable tips on how to get exposure and why working with people who have a strong network is crucial. Enjoy. Ricardo Cardozo, how you doing? Where you at?
Hey, I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you. Thank you for having me. Right now I'm here at Converse University. Well, I stay off campus, but basically it's like a 1 minute walk to Converse University. So it's great, man. Nothing to complain
Nice.
about.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where you guys located? Where's Converse University?
We are in Spartanburg in South Carolina. Spartanburg is it's like an hour from Columbia, which is like one of the biggest cities. And another bigger city is Greenville, which we're 30
Nice.
minutes away. So yeah, but we're in Spartanburg, South Carolina. Yeah.
Nice. And you guys are currently in the fall season, right?
Yep. Currently in the fall season, we are right now, I believe we're 16 in the country, I believe. And yeah, first in our conference, and we are yeah, hopefully we're trying to make it to the NCAA again.
Nice. So you guys are crushing it, huh? Very good.
Yeah, I believe yeah, the boys are doing well. We're like eight winning streak right now. So
Okay.
I believe
There you go.
since preseason, I think we haven't lost since preseason, which we lost one game, and then since then it's just been 8 winning streak. Yeah.
Nice, man. Good to hear. Good to hear. Yeah, Ricky, I think today I wanted to talk a little bit about your recruitment process. I think it's very, very interesting for the viewer too, to talk a little bit how you got recruited, how did you get into college soccer, just to give some information for the viewer. Me and you, we have played in Wingate for 2 years, correct?
Correct.
So I think it would be nice to know for the viewer how you got into Wingate. Obviously you received an offer, how did this came up, and yeah, how did the process go? If you can walk the viewer through it a little bit, I think it would be very interesting to hear.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, yeah, first, I remember coming off of high school, like about maybe like my junior year. I went to high school here in America. Therefore, I had like an American agency, and they pretty much got me exposed to some colleges, and also that like here in America through tournaments and club. You go to tournaments, there's like scouts there, like college coaches there. So that's pretty much here how you get like recognition and stuff. And then with that agency, and then also I was at a club named Phoenix Rising before college. Maybe some of you guys know it because that's where Didier Drogba played like his last games. Uh, so at that club had kind of like already like a good name, and the person in charge of like the recruiting for the whole club, he also he liked me, and he also helped me a lot. So he's the one who Sam Raper, who you know from Wingate University, reached out to, and so he helped me, and he kind of became my agent because he played at UCLA and had a big network when it comes to recruiting. So as you know, that's very important network when it comes to recruiting. So yeah,
For
that's
sure,
pretty
for
much
sure.
agency and kind of like also private, like you could say like someone else that was also like an agent for me.
I guess it went hand in hand with you. You had some exposure, obviously through your network, through the agent that helped you there, and then so he knew Sam. He knew Sam before, and then I guess that's how he got into contact, right?
Yeah, so pretty much Sam reached out to me after a tournament that I went to with my club, like I said, and then I would pretty much tell him, oh, this school reached out to me, and from there he would take it on. So act like an
Nice,
agency, pretty much. He would be like the
nice,
agency. Yeah,
nice, nice,
pretty
nice.
much. Yeah.
And then when did you start again in Wingate? Was it 2020?
Yeah, 220. Yeah, and
Did
I
did
was
you
there.
you came during COVID, right? You came in the fall?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
right.
correct.
You were in the same class with Bendix, right? And so on. Was that
Yes.
your class? Yeah, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yes,
Yeah, I
exactly.
remember you guys. Was it the I think in the spring when you guys all lived together? Was it in the spring or in the fall?
Mhm. When we all lived together, like you're talking about like the Helms boys, or
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. When you, Bendix, and the whole freshman class, when you guys were living together.
well, we like when we first came, I was initially just living with Kobe. Shout out Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but when we all moved into the same place was my sophomore year.
Oh, yeah. So then, and then you guys had like you shared an apartment, bathroom kind of thing.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
but you still shared your room with another sophomore at that time, right? With Kobe.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, nice. But then you obviously you had a common area, you know. Nice, nice. So you got into Wingate. How did you get adjusted? Obviously you coming from America, or from the United States, you already know the environment, you know the culture, but still, obviously for you going from club soccer or high school soccer to college soccer is still a difference. So
Yes.
walk me through a little bit. How did you get adjusted? What were your first impressions? Of course, during COVID, it was a hard time too. So everyone was struggling a little bit. You know, it was not easy. But still, yeah, if you can walk me through, tell me a little bit about how you got adjusted.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Like you said, big difference going from high school to college. Just because it almost felt like everything mattered every more. Like every session at practice mattered. Like you couldn't really take like a day off, or you would kind of it would be noticeable, and people would call you out for it. Uh, but yeah, in terms of like school, it's nice. You wake up like preseason, for example, wake up, practice, have a meal, spend time with your teammates, your friends, practice again, and yeah, get to know your teammates a lot. And then you'll have games, stuff like that. So yeah, it was kind of like more adjusting to like um football, like much more physical, like very physical. Um, so yeah, in terms of football, much more physical, very like you have to have good fitness. Maybe if you took a bad touch, you would get crunched. But but yeah, definitely like I mean the sack is a good level. Um, so yeah, but in terms of like also like going there, I was living here in high school in America, but before I'm also not from America. So yeah, there was also like some adjusting there that I had to do. But yeah, in terms of school, I mean, school, if you have any games during like school time, like if you have a class, the teachers usually understand it, which helps you as a student athlete. So you won't have any problems with that. And but yeah, pretty much it's also nice, like I said, if like the guys you were naming, these are all guys that of course they're my brothers. So living with them, after practice, you get together, talk about practice, the game, about school. So it's all very nice, honestly. Like the memories you make, um, it's. I mean, I wouldn't return that for anything, to be honest. So yeah, it's a great experience. Yeah, great
Yeah,
experience.
for sure. And obviously, it helps you if you have like players with you or friends that you make, like your roommate, that are in the same situation as you, so they can
Yes.
kind of understand the struggles. You both go through the same struggles, so you can kind of share the pain or kind of the challenges that you need to overcome. That's always a big help. And to your point too, um, want to elaborate here, I think, and you can probably agree, is that a lot of players coming from club level or from youth level, like you did, don't understand like the big jump of level that you have to make in order to play college soccer. Like you said, like you're coming to college soccer and it's different. Like you are on your toes. You need to focus. It's more physical. Like you say, you can
Yeah.
do one mistake and you're out. It's a way higher level, and that's why it's important for youth players to understand that it's not easy. It's very, very competitive at college soccer. I think you did a
Yeah.
very good path with getting exposure and so on, and then through an agent, but also obviously you worked hard, right? You had to
Yes,
work
exactly.
on the field, off the field. You worked very hard. Maybe you
Yeah.
can elaborate on that a little bit more for the viewers or for the players to understand actually, what it takes to play in college. Obviously, you can talk a little bit about what we did at Wingate. We had strength and conditioning coaches, and we had our own gym. That it's very competitive, and that you need to be as professional as you can be in order to make it to college, and also survive at college.
Yes, no, definitely. Like yeah, going with what you just said. Yeah, like I remember like maybe when I was high school, that age, I was like skinnier. I felt like I could go by anybody like easily, you know. But once you make that jump in college, you're gonna have teammates that they already played here, they played there, like at a level that's high in their country, which I mean, it's high level. Therefore, you kind of see a different situation. You kind of face different things, and like you said, we all the people that you go in with, mostly they're all in the same situation, far away from home. Because I was also far away from home. So yeah, you get together after training, after practice, school, whatever it is. You talk about it with your teammates, the people you live with, and say everybody is in the same situation and dealing with the same stuff. But the nice thing is that you have someone there always, you know, that you can talk to and kind of like face those situations with and go through it, you know. And but yeah, no, when it comes to working hard, that you were touching that subject, yeah. I mean, I remember, sheesh, the trainers that Wingate almost had us doing some military stuff, you know. And yeah, just after practice, not like some days before practice workouts where you do a lot of push-ups, pull-ups, you know, whatever type of workouts, for example. And then right after that you have practice also. So yeah, I mean, I mean, just like everything in life that's worth it, it's not gonna come easy. So, but this is definitely also worth it to put in work towards, because the experience of playing collegiate soccer is it's very nice, honestly. I 1%, I highly recommended it. But yeah, I mean, before, like I said, I was very skinny before college, so I always tried to. And my dad told me, I think like for this level, you're gonna have to start like getting more in the weights, you know. And so yeah, and also, I mean, football is football, so you always the ball, you know, touches, drills. Like I would even stay sometimes with I forgot the name of the Spanish player that when get I forgot his name,
Oscar?
but
No, you have
no,
never
the
met
one that came
Oscar.
no, the one that came
Which one?
from Real Madrid, the one that played at Real
Ah,
Madrid
okay.
Academy Athletic Bilbao.
You mean John Ender? John Ender.
John Ander. Yeah, there was
Yeah.
times where I was there with there was times, for example, where I wasn't really happy with how I was playing. So I would stay with John Ander. I mean, I'm Latino, so I speak Spanish also with him. So I would get along with him and I would ask him, as a young player, I would ask him for tips. What can I do? What can I not do? And so yeah, there was times where I would even stay after practice with him, training and with the other like younger boys on our team. So yeah, you do have to put in work, but that's, you know, that's expected.
Yeah, John Ender, for the viewer quickly, I think is one of the best players Wingate ever had. He won the national championship with Wingate in 2016. He scored 2 goals in the final. Rarely, me personally, have played with a player like that, with that ability. So obviously, good from you, and good to see that you could take some advice from him. So then you played 2 years in Wingate, and then you transferred to Converse, where you're at right now.
Yes.
Walk me through a little bit about your transfer process, because I think that's interesting for the viewer too, and it happens a lot of times that players transfer And it's not necessarily a bad thing. I think actually it's a positive thing for the players to know, hey, um, some people transfer from different reasons. Sometimes they don't like it. Sometimes they want to achieve something better. But the point is that you have the opportunity to transfer, and that if you decide for a program, it doesn't mean you have to stick to it, that all the doors are still open. So walk me through how the transfer process worked for you. How did Converse reach out to you? And pretty similar to how you did it with Wingate, or how did it work out for you?
Yeah. So again, like, yeah, I mean, I would like to say something for, the viewers. Like sometimes a lot of people are scared to get to transfer. And honestly, for me, it worked out perfectly. Therefore, I can be a little biased. But yeah, I think, like you said, it's not a bad thing. It actually can be a very positive thing. So yeah, like, I would say don't be scared of it. And yeah, if like, for example, I did it because I felt like I wing it, maybe I wasn't gonna grow or reach the potential that I think I could have, and I didn't feel like it was my place. Uh, the way that things were ran at the team, I didn't really share some of those thoughts and ideas. So therefore, yeah, and other off the field situations also that happened at the time kind of pushed me to transfer, and so yeah, I mean, it was kind of, I could have stayed. I got asked to stay, but I decided not to because, like I said, I felt like that place really wasn't really for me, Um, so yeah, I decided to transfer. How I did it was pretty much like when it comes to getting recruited, or like initially from high school or transferring, you cannot do it alone, to be honest. Like you always need help from agency, because it's just gonna make it way easier. So yeah, I used the network that I already had, um, and he would guide me, recommended me stuff to do. So for example, we would get together sometimes at Starbucks. We would read, and then I would start sending a bunch of emails to a lot of schools. I would do 10 emails a day mainly. There sitting in Starbucks, and with the guidance of the agent, of course. And so yeah, I pretty much send emails, and then I sent to Converse. And then I remember 5 minutes after I sent the email to Converse, the coach calls me right away, and yeah, from there we just start talking, and yeah, but yeah, also I want to take the chance to say thank you for all the agency and agent that helped me, Tibor and everybody. Thank you. But yeah, that's pretty much how I did the transfer and the reason why I did it. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I remember. And then you got into touch with the coach. I guess you guys, yeah, worked well along. You guys, had a good chemistry. And then remind me, what year or what time of the year was it that you then transferred to Converse?
So I was 2020 to 2022, I believe, at Wingate.
Mm-hmm.
So then that fall of 2022 is when I came here to Converse, and I don't regret it one bit. Honestly, one thing I would recommend a lot when transferring is reaching out to the players in the already in the team that you're going to, for anybody that's ever going to transfer, or even just coming out of high school, like reaching out to the players. Most of the time they will reach back out and answer questions. So as you know, Max Sebald, Giro Walters, I reached out to them. Since you told me you met them, so I reached out to them, and yeah, they told me kind of how it is, really, and everything. So yeah, I liked what they said about the team, the program. Therefore, I made the decision to come here. It was also in an area that I already knew, kind of. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much what I did. That worked out for me. Yeah, and yeah. I was gonna say honestly, it was kind of a gamble too for me because like I didn't really know much um about this program here. I knew they had made the playoffs a year before, got out in first round of the conference. But luckily, like everything, like I said, turned out great, thank God. And the next year we win conference, we go all the way to nationals. So yeah, I like sometimes is like I said, it's great. It's very good to transfer. Sometimes you really find I found myself in a better spot in the team, um, more leadership, more weight on the team, and yeah, just played a lot and everything. So yeah, sometimes if you don't feel like you're in the great spot, maybe you're staying somewhere that you don't have, you don't feel good, and you're like blocking yourself from going somewhere that you're gonna reach your full potential or get close to it. You know.
Exactly. And you have to keep in mind that all the doors are open. Like you said, especially, I mean, you have been at Wingate. Wingate is also a top program in the country, and you played your minutes, you have played there. And with 2 years of experience at Wingate, obviously you're going to have a couple doors open. And I like that you mentioned the risk that you take. But like with everything in life, right? Also, when you
Yes.
start going to college, if you take on the risk, it's involved everywhere. But also, like you mentioned, what's going to happen is you're going to get the reward for it. And very happy to hear that you're doing good at Converse. What would be interesting for me, and I guess for the viewers too, is also I have asked you it about Wingate. How were your first days? Maybe you can talk a little bit about Converse. I see you were happy there. How were your first days there? How did you get adjusted? How did the team, take you in and made you feel welcomed?
Yeah. So honestly, I kind of had already an idea of how this was gonna be from of course, from my 2 previous years at Wingate. So yeah, I came in. Of course, the first practice, you kind of try to show a little bit what you can do, whatever. But honestly, like since day one, the vibe, the captains here, I kind of came from like I don't want to say like I don't want to throw any shade or whatever, but maybe like not the most positive environment to over here, like completely like different environment. Everybody positive. The people were very nice, like from the beginning, very open. Also they had a lot of questions about Wingate, like to kind of like get to know me more. And I also came in with other people that were transferring, so I wasn't the only transfer, so that also helped. And but yeah, I even remember the first practice, there's like a 50-50, and I'm used to, over there, I feel like in a 50-50, you're getting smashed. um, I remember, so I get to the ball first, but then I flop, and then the guy looks at me like, it's Maurice. Maurice looks at me like, why are you flopping? And I'm like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
bro, I thought you were gonna take my leg out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just different environment, not better or worse, just different. And so yeah, but yeah, dude, honestly, the teammates here helped me get adjusted perfectly. The coach was also there, and he also wanted that on the team. Like he wanted a good how do you say, a good environment in the team. So that definitely helped us a lot, and I think that's why we were as successful as we were. What was a little more complicated though, was I had to find a place to live myself. So because I was staying off campus, so a lot of times you can stay off campus for prices and stuff like that. It has its benefits, and so yeah, that was one thing that I did have to adjust to. Kind of, I went from staying in a dorm with Colby, Bendix, Austin, Nick, all the guys um, from Wingate, to then staying like at a place off campus where I'm a lot of times by myself. And so yeah, that was big adjustment for me. Um, Being more alone and not with like the boys that I loved, and my brothers and everything. So that was like an adjustment I did have to make. But after like a month or two, you get more used to it, spend more time alone, and but yeah, in terms of school is school anywhere you go, I feel like. Yeah, in terms of school, I mean, study, test, stuff like that is everywhere you go. And so yeah, that wasn't really like any adjustment I had to make. But yeah, that's soccer wise. After soccer, like living wise, that was mainly the adjustment that I had to make.
Mm-hmm. Did the coach help you with the housing around? Did he at least suggest you some apartments that you can take, or how did this work?
Yeah, so the people that were coming in, also like the other transfers or that were coming in, he made like a group chat on an email, and one of the guys, Felix German, another guy from here from America, so different guys that were moving in. Yeah, he made a group chat with us on email, and then we would just reach out to each other and, oh, I found this place, this and that. So you would kind of communicate with each other and yeah, help each other out within like the players mainly. Yeah.
Nice. So he
Um,
supported you well, and you could find a
yeah.
good place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
it's it's important to mention, like, if you come in as a freshman, normally you live in a dorm and the coaches, do it for you. Sometimes if you transfer or if you go and get your master's, sometimes you're going to live off campus. Both has its pros and cons, but normally, like with everything, the coach obviously has to help you, will help you to get adjusted. And then, funny thing, it just came to my mind. I nearly forgot it. Is that in your first season, you guys went to the tournament, right? And it happened to be that you guys played Wingate, right? So
Yeah.
what an irony that you guys did in the tournament. You faced Wingate. Um, I remember you guys went to penalties in the end, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
man. We we went to penalties, had the chance to win it all twice, and the missed both of those penalties to win it, and yeah, at the end of the day, they come out with the win.
Did
Yeah,
did
but
you miss penalty? Did you miss the penalty?
no. I didn't
No.
take. I came out. Yeah, I came out. Someone put like a 2 foot tackle on me on my ankle and came out with a sprained ankle. Actually,
Oh, bad.
yeah,
That's not
second
good.
half.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yes,
I
but
mean, you guys played a tournament game. It's gonna get heated. Everyone wants to win. And
yes,
yeah, it was. I remember. I watched it actually a little bit, and it got heated. It was a good game to watch, and I think it was the keeper from Wingate who had a good night, and he saved a couple penalties there. He had a very good
yeah.
night there.
He's now playing at Marshall, um,
Marshall, right? One of
D1
the best.
Marshall. Yeah, but yeah, that was a experience for me. People
Yeah,
I
hey,
knew from the past
yeah,
school were there, and the coach, Coach Gary from Wingate, say hi to me before the game and everything. So yeah, it was kind of heavy for me emotionally.
nice. Yeah, of course, of course. Um,
Yeah,
well, maybe you guys gonna get through this year, and you're gonna face each other again. Who knows?
who
You
knows,
know?
man? Maybe again, yeah.
Yeah, but then you guys have to win
But
this time. You have to
but
revenge.
yeah, but I wanted to say something for the viewers. Like going back to what we were just talking about, I would recommend maybe freshman, sophomore year that are more like um more relaxed years, like you're just starting, maybe having a little bit more fun than junior and senior year. Um, I would recommend those 2 years, maybe freshman, sophomore year, living in dorms where you're with your friends and stuff more often, more fun. And then junior year, senior year, maybe like if you transfer or you're like eligible to stay off campus, because for some schools you have to be eligible. If you are, I also recommend it. Yeah, it is nice also. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. Obviously, if you
Yeah.
get adjusted to the school and then you know the in and outs, sometimes it's nice to live on campus too. If you have the opportunity, sometimes not every college gives you that opportunity, but I think that sometimes, yeah, someone needs to think about it and make the decision there. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Let's talk a bit about, again, coming back to our viewers and players that want to get to the US. Um, how early should they start the process? So obviously you have gone through it. You know what the process involves. Um, Obviously for you being in the US, you can get a lot of exposure, and exposure is the key to getting recruited. But also talking about players from overseas, who might be limited in exposure to be seen by college coaches? We're talking highlight videos and so on. What can they do, or what mistakes can they avoid in order to get recruited?
Yeah, well, like I said, number one mistake to avoid, I would say, is thinking you could do it yourself. Because, like I said, it's just gonna be much easier. Like getting a good agency, has good networking. With a good network, that's gonna be much easier. Maybe let's say somehow you land a deal yourself at a school where you're gonna pay 20K. Well, maybe with the agency that has a good network, you get the same deal, but you get 10K. You have to pay only 10K. So you see what I'm saying there. You can get maybe find a better school through an agency, or just get a better deal where you have to pay less. But that's through an agency. I would say 90% of the time. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to that, like recruitment, yeah, I mean, agency is the best way to go. But also, I mean, you also have to work in your game. So yeah, also, stay fit, stay playing, stay getting games, like, playing on the team, playing the games. That's very important. And yeah, staying fit and all. But yeah, I would say mainly that getting an agency, especially from over if you're overseas, because the agency is the one that has the eyes over here. So you are the one that wants to play. Well, if you want really to get some reach over here to America, well, get the people that have the contacts here in America. So yeah, I think honestly that makes it way easier, and it's worth having the agency. 100% worth it, in my opinion.
Well, Ricky, we're coming here to an end soon. But before I want to say goodbye and thank you to you, the last question that we normally ask our guest is your most, or tell the viewer your most, significant, your most joyful moment that you had in your so far amazing college career.
Yeah. Well, like I'll divide it in two because the two different programs, right? But
You go ahead. You do.
yeah. No, well, at Wingate definitely like, uh, I would say just honestly for me it was just like coming back after class. As you know, my group of friends were very tight, and as you know, like for me, most joyful was coming back after class, or at the end of the day when we're all together in the dorm. We all would be playing like a soccer game we invented with like the doors, and play music at the same time, or just all talking, or when we all would go out. So biggest memories for me from Wing It was my group of friends that I made over there. Honestly, made some very nice connections with the boys, and yeah, like I said, they're brothers to me. Um, and yeah, just like you, like the connections I made at Wing It, you, like Nicholas, the boys from Helms, like, just like lifetime memories, lifetime friends. So yeah, that's what I take away from my first experience, my first program. Uh, from here at Converse, I would say it has to be the year we won the championship, the my first season here. So that fall of 2022, because like I said, the way that team, that's the best team I ever been a part of, honestly. Um, um, from the captain to the other players, like whoever it was, I could have a conversation with, have a laugh with. We also made it. We had success to go with it as well. Even like staying when we went to the nationals, spending 4 or 5 days in the hotel with them, joking around, making pranks to the people to my teammates in the hotel. Yeah, that team was special, honestly. Um, yeah, the connection everybody had in that team. So yeah, I would say that team winning the championship, conference championship, and then playing nationals with them. Those, I would say, here at Converse, that's like my main memory with that team.
So Converse main thing was the championship. That was like the biggest highlight of your college career at Converse.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing.
I
Good
mean,
to hear.
we did win one also at Wingate, you know, with your
We did.
cross,
That's
with
true.
your
Yeah.
assist.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, that
I
was
mean,
also nice.
do you remember? I stole that one from Nicholas. It was actually Nicholas who made the assist, and they put me down as a yeah. Don't you remember? It was Nicholas. Nicholas crossed the ball in the final to Nick Bennett, and he headed it in. But
Yeah,
they
Benno
put
hit
me
it right
down,
in.
and Nicholas to this day is still mad at me because I took the assist from him. But I don't complain. I can't complain. No, amazing,
Nicholas,
Ricky.
yeah.
Amazing, Ricky. Good to hear. Thank you for sharing with that. I'm not gonna hold you off for any longer. Thank you very much. Also, thank you from the viewers to give insights to your recruiting process, how it worked out for you. Thank you very much for your time, and I hope to see you soon. I wish you all the best for the rest of the season. I hope you guys gonna crush it. And yeah, again, thank you, and hope to see you soon, Ricky.
No, I appreciate it, brother. You know you're my brother, and I appreciate you for having me, man. Thank you.
Of
Thank you
course.
so much,
Thank you,
bro.
Ricky. Bye bye.
Take care,
Ciao.
bro. Bye bye, bro.